So it's 5 o'clock,
Yes,
and we've got a lot of people lined up to hear you speak, Maddie. So
lovely.
I'll just start with a bit of a formal introduction. Guys, for those of you who are tuning in for the first time who don't know me, I'm Pinky Daga. I'm CEO for Thrive Art and Soul. I would like to introduce to you today Mrs. Earth International, Madhuri Sharma, a very, very dear friend of mine, actually my best friend, and a top notch nutritionist and certified life coach and so many other things. And Maddie, you can give more of your qualifications if you would like to add on to that. So welcome today, Maddie, onto the Thrive platform.
Thank you so
and
much.
and we're really looking forward. I've heard some of your other talks, and they're very, very insightful in terms of holistic nutrition for the body,
Right,
and not
right.
just fad, crashy things.
No,
And this
no.
is really what people are longing to hear, and people
Yes.
really are going to benefit from. So, can't wait to hear you, and welcome, Maddie.
Uh, Thank you so much, Pinky, for having me on to such a fabulous platform like Thrive. And I want to congratulate you and your entire team for what y'all have been doing, especially in the pandemic. Y'all are
Thank
exposing
you.
everybody to a new master, to a new way of thinking, learning, and meditating, which is so important in today's day and age. Because as we were talking of the connect between the mind, body, and soul, and it's so important to be integrated in all of it and in balance. So
Absolutely.
that's what we're here to talk about today.
Yeah. Okay. So, one of our topics, Maddie, and we are not just stuck on one topic, but
Yes.
what I would like to orient the conversation towards, based upon all my recent readings, recent research, and talks that I've been having, protein is a very, very integral part of our body.
Yes.
India being predominantly vegetarian,
Yes.
we struggle to understand, and there's a lot of myths around protein.
Yes.
So I would love for you to talk about protein, the importance in the body, break up some of the myths of it, and see where we can get our protein sources from. Guys, of those of you who are tuned in, we let Maddie and I will chat for a good 25 30 minutes, and then we will definitely open it up to Q&A. So hold on till then for all your questions, and around 5:20, please start sending them in, and we will definitely queue your questions in. Yes, Mary.
Okay, lovely. First of all, I would like to thank everybody who's tuned in here, who's taken their time out to listen to us and to hear us. Thank you so much for being here. I'm sure there were a host of live sessions, but you all chose to be here. So thank you. And going back to the topic about protein, Pinky, I can't tell you the importance of protein in our life. Protein is a building block of our life. So, right from infants to young adolescents to adults to geriatric, that's your old population, it is so important because it's a building block of your muscle. So in fact, right from infants, when they wean off breast milk and they're
Right.
told to be given a stewed apple, actually they should not be given a stewed apple right then, because you're introducing your baby to sweet. You should actually be given protein at that point. So
Right.
it's so important. When I gave birth to my kids, I didn't know about that,
Yeah.
and I gave a stewed apple. But
Nobody knows about that.
yeah, but these are such important few things that if you learn, because see, your muscle is building and you're growing at that stage. So in your growth phase, if you're giving a child protein, an infant protein, do you see that the growth bursts, this spurt that they can have at that point if you know correctly about it? So there's a
Right.
correct combination of what it has to be given. You can combine it with breast milk. Again, you don't put in other milk, but you give it with breast milk, so the digestion happens properly. So it starts from right from infancy, and then of course for adolescents, it's required for growth, for muscle building, for
Right.
everything. And for us, it's required to maintain your muscle mass,
Right.
so that you have your hair, skin, everything requires protein. So you can't
Correct.
imagine when you feel that your hair is falling, your skin is
Yeah.
looking dry, it's looking
Yeah.
dull. If you're
Done.
having a good source of protein, that won't happen.
Right.
Now, there's a certain amount of protein that you must be having. That is 0.8 grams of protein per kg of body weight. So it's
Okay.
very easy for you to calculate on your own at home. If you're an exercising adult, you need 1 gram of protein per kg of body weight. Now, if you're
Okay.
an athlete and requiring more, then you require 1.2 grams per kg of body weight. It's very simple. You can calculate it at home. You will know your own protein requirement, right?
Yeah.
Now, even for aging people, they get sarcopenia, which is when their muscles are wasting. They start sagging, and
Yeah.
everything is sagging over
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
Now, again, if you're having a good source of protein, that won't happen. So
Correct.
it's required in all stages of life. If you put protein in all your meals, that's the best way to do it. So
Okay.
actually, if you start your day off with a good source of protein, that's excellent. Then at lunch you must have protein, evening protein, and night protein. But that doesn't mean that you should only have protein. You obviously
Right.
combine it with your carbohydrates, you
Yeah.
combine it with your vegetables, and then when you do a good protein carb combination, the bioavailability of your protein to your body is better.
Yeah, so
Like,
now this is very important, Maddie,
yes,
because there's a lot of talk on high pro diets,
yes,
where a lot of people cut out the carbs and just
yes,
go on the protein.
no, no. So,
So, what do
yeah,
you mean by the protein carb combination? And, in a regular meal, how would it
yes.
work out?
So when I say about protein carb combination, now in vegetarians, the first class quality of protein is not really there. It's more
Yeah,
there in non-vegetarians.
right.
But in a vegetarian diet, if you combine a protein carb like a rajma and chawal, it makes a complete protein. So that's the way to have it. And now if
Right.
you're talking about high pro diets, Pinks, as we were talking, I've never been in favor of going out of balance or only going pro one thing and against one. Life
Correct.
is about a balance. So
Yeah.
all your meals should be balanced between your protein, carbs, vegetables, and that's your vitamins and minerals. You must be having all of it. The
Yeah.
minute you go out of balance, have high pro, low carb, high fat, all these combinations later on in your body, it will tell somewhere. You'll get some of the other problems somewhere. Again, protein, if you're not utilizing it excess, you'll end up with your uric acid. So
Yes.
you have to be very careful of how you're having it and have
Yeah.
it in the correct combination. So I
Okay.
guess that takes care of that
Right.
question.
Now, when you talk about 1 gram of protein per
Yes,
1 kilogram of body weight,
yes,
what I mean, how do you calculate these grams, and what are good sources of protein, especially for vegetarians and of course non-vegetarians as well,
yes.
and
So
vegans.
yes. So again, for vegetarians, as I said, that if you have a complete protein by combining your rajma chawal, your protein with your carb, it makes a complete protein. So that's the way to combine with a vegetarian. Vegetarians can also sprout. They can ferment. That's the way again to increase your bioavailability of your protein.
Yeah.
And these are the only sources, your beans, lentils. But again, have a full variation. Like if you're having dals, eat regionally, eat all your dals. Have your mud, have your moong chilke wali, have your masoor, have your pili dal, have your rajma, have your chana. The more dals that you have, the more bacteria also that you get with it for your gut microbiome. So you're exposing yourself to very good bacteria also for that. So it's
Right.
very important to eat a variety. It's not just that you have one source of it and that's enough. So that's
Correct.
for
Yeah.
your vegetarians.
Yeah.
Now for your non-vegetarians, the excellent sources like your chicken, your fish, your egg. I would say that to avoid red meat if you're going on a fat loss diet. If you're not on a fat loss diet, then you have it accordingly. But Pinky, interestingly, there were so many doctors I've been listening to and speaking to and attending webinars and conferences over a while. And earlier, how they said an apple a day keeps the doctor away. Now
Yeah.
it is
Yeah.
an egg a day keeps the doctor away. So in infants, it's so important. Like I saw with my experience, my younger daughter had an egg almost every day. So in her infancy, she had lesser infections, was falling lesser ill. My elder one didn't take to it that early, and maybe I was also not exposed to giving it to her that early. So how important it is to just have simple things like that, and it'll make such a world of a difference in your health.
Yeah. And what about protein shakes? Because like vegetarians, the
Yes,
problem is that dals and lentils and pulses, which is
yes,
the primary source of protein,
yes,
or even paneer for that matter, has a low grams. You
yes,
know, like for
yes.
example, how much would a bowl of dal have, Maddie?
It depends whether it's your thick dal, whether it's your thin dal. It
Yeah.
can go from 7 to 8 to 6. It just purely depends
Yeah.
how you're making it, how much you're having it. So yes, you are right that it's a low source of protein, definitely.
Yeah.
So when you're talking about a protein shake, well, I'm not against protein shakes, but it depends whether your body is requiring it. If you're just doing cardio and walking 45 minutes, I don't think your body is requiring a protein shake. But yes, if you're building a muscle, if you're weightlifting, if you're tearing, when you weightlift, you're tearing a muscle. To repair that muscle, you need protein. Then if you're having a protein shake, go ahead.
Yeah.
It's just like I was telling somebody the other day that when your expenses increase, you don't reduce your income or try and manage in that much. So every 10 years, if your metabolism is dropping, you don't try and manage your calories to fit in that much. What do? You try and increase your metabolism. So you try and increase the way your body is burning the calories. So by
Right.
weightlifting, by giving you the correct protein, that is a good way to increase your metabolism.
Correct. Yeah. But so what do you do if you're a vegetarian, Mandy? Like in my case,
Right.
okay? And I'm definitely not going to have 50 bowls of dal in a day,
No.
So also, but we are not big weightlifters. I mean, we exercise, we work out, but we're not big
Right.
big weightlifters.
Right.
So does a protein shake, or where would I get my source if I'm not even having eggs? Does it make sense for somebody like me who's an exercising adult but
Yes.
totally not even vegetarian?
Yes. So, Pinky, you do exercise, and I do know that you do a kind of intense exercise. So,
Yeah.
with that, of course, you can have a protein shake. Have it at a time when you're not having anything else. Like if
Correct.
you're having your dal in the morning, if you're having your
Yeah.
dal at night, in mid meal when there's a lack of it, because you have to
Right.
feed your body small sources of protein at
Okay.
all times. So you're feeding the muscle small protein at all times. So
Right.
have it probably at 4 5 o'clock when you're feeling that hunger, when you're
Right.
feeling like that. 4 5 o'clock. A lot of people dip. So a lot of people have asked me, we feel a sugar pang at 4 5 o'clock. Well, your body is also craving for protein. So make sure that you're having a good source of protein there. And if you choose to have a protein shake at that point, not a problem. But make sure that when you're having protein shake, you're drinking a lot of water with it, because that will help in digestion with it.
Right. So at that time, if I don't have the carb with it, it's okay. It's only when I'm
Yeah.
taking protein in the form of food.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So a lot of there's so much out there, Maddie.
Yeah.
And we are here to bust myths, right? So
Yes.
a lot of people say that with that kind of like a rajma chawal for people who are on a diet, it's like a complete no. Like, how can I have rajma chawal? I'm gonna become like this nice hattu gattu panju auntie, if I have rajma chawal, or uncle for that matter. So what do you think? What is
You
this
know,
whole carb story? So
So that's what I tell everybody. Please don't fear carbs. Carbs are your major source of energy, and especially women, don't get scared of carbs. So if you're having that fully fried paratha, or you're having that sticky rice, or you're not removing the starch from the rice, yes, then you need to fear it.
yeah.
But if you're having like a steamed rice, then please go ahead and have it. And the
Right.
rajma chawal, how you should have it? By steaming your rice, right?
Correct.
So, carbs are your major source of energy. Carbs is the only glucose for your brain. So very often when people are on a diet and they're getting irritable, they're getting moody, they're getting edgy, that's when you've not had your carbs. If you're
Yeah.
having your carbs, you'll be fine. So it
Yeah.
depends how you're having it, and then you're fine.
Yeah. But how should we be having our carbs?
Okay, so as I said, that don't fry your puris, don't fry your paratha, don't have like a jeera chawal, don't have like sticky rice. But yes, steamed rice is excellent. Having a roti is excellent.
Yeah.
Having bread is excellent. Having any other form of carb like a biscuit or pasta is fine. Don't have like a full buttery cookie and a biscuit.
Right.
Not okay. Don't have like full that cheese toast and dripping with lots of butter and grease and all. Not okay. But if you're having it in a clean form,
Yeah.
definitely all right.
Right. I think it's a sense of balance that you achieve,
Yes,
right?
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
So as I said, that I've never believed in these fad diets when the entire world was straightening their hair and going straight, and they still are. My hair type was curly. I stayed with it. Stay with your type, whatever it is. It doesn't have to be conforming to the world. And I don't say that. I say have a balance in life, and whatever suits you, go with that.
Right. And what about this whole thing that a lot of women also fear that if they have protein in any
Yes,
form, they're
yes.
gonna bulk up like and look like a bodybuilder sort of a person.
Okay, so I know about this, and there are a lot of people who have told me about this. We don't have the hormones to bulk up. We
Right.
don't have that. We don't have the thing to get those kind of muscles. So we what will happen is that we will firm up, we will tone up. Again, it depends what kind of exercises you're doing, how much you're exercising, and what is your protein requirement. All of it is a little fluid, but trust me, we don't have the hormones to bulk up like men. So that's okay,
Right.
don't worry.
Yeah, because a lot of women fear that, oh my
Yes.
God, I can't, no ways, I'm not having a shake.
No,
That's for
you're
sure.
You're fine. Actually, you're really helping your body repair, and it's so good for your hair and skin to be able to have a shake to give it the protein requirement. If you're not getting it in other sources, if
Right.
you're getting it in your natural sources, then please have it the natural way.
Right. And in terms of a non-vegetarian diet, let's talk about egg. Let's talk
Yes.
about like how much grams of protein do they have? I mean, it's very easy for non-vegetarians to get the
Yes.
yeah.
So your egg white is a good source of protein for first thing in the morning. So if you again combine it, a protein carb combination, it's excellent. So if you have your egg whites in the morning, that's fantastic. If you're exercising adult, have at least 4 egg whites. Then you can have your grilled chicken or grilled fish, and
Yeah.
again that's excellent. If you're having chicken, then please have it in the breast piece and have it grilled without
Yeah.
all the fat, and
Yeah.
have a white fish. Now again, you can have a salmon because it's excellent in its omega 3, 6, and 9. It's very good. All your collagen and all that comes from your non-veg
Yeah. Yeah.
source, which is excellent for aging. And in fact, a lot of women switch to fish a little later in the age, because if you see Japanese women and Pan Asian women, they
Yeah.
age beautifully,
Yeah.
even when they're older. Why? Because they're having a lot of fish in their diet. So
Right.
fish now is considered in a lot of places vegetarian, and
It always was, but now we
yeah,
have a lot of different world views, you know. So
yes, yes,
yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
So non-vegetarians have it easy in that sense.
Non-vegetarians have it easy in that sense.
Yes,
Yeah. Okay, and let's start talking a little bit about antioxidants now, Maddie. So
yes.
we mentioned that antioxidants are also very, very important. So first, start by explaining what are antioxidants.
Okay. So, Pinky, we have something like a free radical in our body, and we have something like antioxidants in our body. Now, when your free radicals increase more than your antioxidants, that's when the trouble begins.
Okay.
Free radicals can happen at any time in your body. It can happen with stress. It can happen due to the environment. It can happen due to exercising also. When you exercise a lot, when you do an endurance activity where your heart rate increases about 10 times more than the regular heart rate, that can also lead to oxidative stress in your body, which can lead to free radicals.
Mm.
So there are a lot of things, even by smoking, by drinking, a lot of free radicals are circulating in your bloodstream. Now they scavenge upon all your healthy cells. So it's just a simple thing. Now this gets all a little technical. If I just explain to you simply, if you cut an apple and if you leave it out, it turns brown. It starts oxidating the minute it's exposed to oxygen, right? The minute you dip it in lime juice or orange juice, it'll remain white. Why? Because you're adding an antioxidant to it. That's the same way as our cell. If you
Mm.
give it an antioxidant, it
Mm.
remains fresh. It doesn't oxygenate.
Mm.
And again, antioxidants have a lot to do with aging, because when your free radicals are scavenging upon your healthy cells, you also start aging. So it's really important for exercising adults and for people who are aging to have the antioxidants. Nowadays, it also helps you with this virus going on to keep your defense and your immunity up. So taking
Correct.
antioxidants is very, very important. And people don't understand the importance of it, but I can't stress how important it is.
So how do we take antioxidants?
Okay, so antioxidants really simple. It's your vitamin C, it's your vitamin E, it's your beta carotene. These are things which are available. If you naturally eat your fresh fruits, vegetables, you can get it.
Right.
But if, as I said, that you're doing this high intensity workouts, if
Yeah.
you're aging, if you want to have a little bit more right now with a lot of these viruses going on with all this, then please up your antioxidant dose. So you can up like a vitamin C, it's water soluble. So even if you're having 1,000 mg of vitamin C a day, it's fine. The excess will get flushed out when you go to the
Right.
bathroom, right?
Okay.
But when you're having something like vitamin C, you should have it in small bursts all through the day, because it
Okay.
circulates in your bloodstream for very little time. So if you
Okay.
have 500 mg in the morning, 500 mg in the evening, that's excellent. You can also have it with your sweet lime, with your kiwi. You can have it through your fruits and vegetables. But right now you need a little bit extra,
Extra.
because
Yeah.
yeah, because of the immunity purposes. So that
Yeah.
is vitamin C. Now, vitamin E and beta carotene, these are fat soluble vitamins, like how your vitamin D is. So it can lead to toxicity also. You can have it with your like your fruits, your vegetables, all that you're having, your nuts, your seeds, all that have it. And right now with mango season being in, your beta carotene
Yeah.
is there. So please go ahead, enjoy your mangoes, have it.
Mm.
It'll up your immunity and it'll up your antioxidant level. There are also things like glutathione. Now, glutathione is also produced in the body. Glutathione is also a new buzzword. When you start aging, your glutathione starts naturally reducing in your body. Now, you can eat naturally things like sulfur foods, like your cruciferous vegetables, which will increase your
Glutathione.
glutathione, or you can have vitamin C things or selenium-rich food. But if you, as I said, right now with all this virus going on, if you want
Yeah.
to have a glutathione supplement, I'm not against it. Please
Yeah.
go ahead and have it. It will help and build your immunity.
Right.
So.
And what do you have any supplements, like any kind of brands that you recommend, or anything like for antioxidants, for glutathione, and things like that? Any supplements that you recommend?
Okay, so first, I would like to first talk about the one supplement which I think not a lot of us are getting a
Yeah.
lot of, because we are
Please,
all
please.
indoors. So
Yes.
since we're indoors and we're not getting the most important, that is vitamin D. Vitamin D is extremely important for your immunity, and vitamin D you don't get through a lot by eating a lot of food. You can get it with mushrooms and with egg yolk, but you're not going to get so much of it that the amount we require. So
Correct.
please go and stand at your windows before 10 in the morning, or probably at 4 or 5 in the evening. If you have a garden, get out there, get the fresh sunlight. I know that y'all aren't able to get out of your houses, so at least try and get in something if you stand at the window. It's extremely important. Vitamin D is also extremely important to manage your weight. Now, vitamin D is again fat soluble, so if you take it too much of it without knowing, again it can lead to toxicity. So please speak to your medical practitioner before having it. And if you just want a natural dose, stand at your window. So
Right.
that's for
Right.
vitamin
So,
D.
so vitamin D. And what
Yes.
other kind of supplements you think are
Now,
very important?
vitamin C, I would say that there's a simple thing like you can get even a Limc at your regular, chemist. There's a Fasten Up, which is a pessary, which is a vitamin C, and zinc. Now, zinc is extremely important to fight infections. Again, Pinky, in this day and age, we have to be very careful not to catch any infection. So the vitamin C and zinc combination of Fasten Up is something that I really like. So
Right.
again, that you can have it in water in the morning. And next is your glutathione. Glutathione, I don't think is really available that much. I mean, you can check at Amazon, and there are a lot of these
Yeah.
places that are
Yeah.
giving
Yeah.
it, and just check whatever brands are available,
Yeah.
and you can go ahead and have that. So I would not suggest to have the fat soluble vitamins so much, because it can lead to toxicity. Have it in your natural forms.
Okay.
But the rest, like a vitamin C, you can have, and your vitamin D, stand at your window. Glutathione, check whatever you're getting at your chemist and go ahead and have that.
Right, right, right. Okay, that's really good to know, man. Guys, if you
Yes.
want to start sending in questions, we're happy to take them.
Another thing also, Pinky, when you're
Yeah.
really tired,
Hmm.
if you're PMSing, or if you've had a really good workout and your
Yeah.
muscles are sore, you can take magnesium. You can get
Huh.
magnesium through your pumpkin seeds, and you can get magnesium through your nuts and seeds also.
Right.
But if you just want to top it up a little bit more, if you're
Right.
not sleeping well at nights, you're really anxious, take a magnesium supplement in water, and that'll be a good thing for you.
Right, right, right. And all of these in India. I mean, right now with the lockdown situation, we don't know, but otherwise they're freely available in India. Are they
Yes.
available with the regular medical stores, or do you need to go
Yes.
to like a
No,
special
no.
health store?
No, they're available on Amazon rampantly. They're available
Yeah.
at a medical store rampantly. So this is something which everybody is getting, but they may not know. So please make use of it and have it.
Yeah. Okay, fine. So I'm gonna start with some questions. Okay.
Yes.
Um, Tech team, can you make these questions? Can I see them? Okay. So when should we consume salad like carrot, beetroot, cucumber, tomato before half an hour of the meal or during the meal? And also should be a bit boiled, because in Ayurveda it is said that raw veggies shouldn't be consumed.
Okay. So it depends again what your meal type is, what all you're having. But yes, you can have it separately. If your gut is slightly sensitive to having it raw, then cook it and have it. It's not a problem.
Yeah.
But it depends on your entire meal plan. I don't know how many veggies you're eating with your food, so it's a different combination. But yeah,
Right.
but please go ahead and have it. You can have it at any time. I would say probably have it a little bit in the daytime. So again, your gut gets enough time to digest it, because it does
Right.
require a lot of working on the raw to have it. And
Correct.
if you're sensitive to that, just cook it and have it.
Right. And should it be like combined with the meal, or can it should it does it have to be have like had half an hour before?
Yeah, so it depends on how many vegetables you're having with your meal. Now, if you're
Okay.
having lesser vegetables, then please supplement it with more salad. If you're having lots of salad and lots of vegetables, then you're having lots of everything. It's like saying that almonds are really healthy to have, but how many almonds are you having? I'm having that much. No,
Huh.
that's not good. Have
That's
4, 5 almonds. It's all about balance and moderation.
right. Okay. All right. So I think we went through this, but you can just repeat it quickly.
Yes.
Somebody may have missed it. If we're not doing exercise, is it good to take protein every day, and how much to take protein for a non-exercising adult? Can you just repeat?
So for a non-exercising adult, it is 0.8 grams per kg of body weight. And if you're not weightlifting, if you're not doing any heavy exercise, then you don't need the protein shake. Then just by your dals and your curd and by your paneer and by the way that you get from the paneer, the way that you
Huh.
get from the paneer is excellent. That water, please don't throw it. Probably put it in your atta to gundo the atta, that the protein will go to the entire family. So then you don't need to have the protein shake. But if you're exercising and you're weightlifting and you are tearing your muscle, for repair of that, you must have a protein shake.
Okay. Okay. Can you suggest something for PCOD, I think, or PCOS?
Okay, so PCOD, you need to cut your body fat. You need to probably even go to your endocrinologist and figure out what you need to have according to it, because these are all hormonal issues. So once you get your hormones sorted out, lose weight, lose fat, all this does help.
Right, right. What else for vegetarians? Can we take sprouts daily? And if so, what time should we be taking?
Yes, absolutely. You can take sprouts daily. What you can do is that you can boil the sprouts. So again, it makes the digestion easy. And if you're having it with your meal, because if instead of dal, then please supplement it. If you're having it at other times, it purely depends. It
Right.
depends on your entire meal plan. So I
Yeah.
can't say that individually, but
Yeah.
yes, sprouts are excellent to have for vegetarians. Please go ahead and have it.
Okay. So somebody has asked about a diabetic diet. Before I even
Yes.
let Maddie answer that, I just want to say, for specific dietary requirements like diabetes or how to cut the body fat when you have PCOD and things like that, I would highly recommend that you connect with her through our Thrive platform. If you go to, www.thrive.in, there's a place where you can chat with her, you can call her, you can message her, and she will definitely be in touch. And you can book a consultation with her and get specific diets, because this is more generic, right? But if do you have
Absolutely.
any points for diabetes, having said that?
Yeah. So with diabetes, again, if you're, how do you not let your insulin spike is the most important thing. So what you need to do is you need to be very regular with your visits with your endocrinologist. Don't take it lightly. Check your blood sugar at all times. Don't let it dip. Don't let it spike. So don't have like a large meal. When you have a really large meal, your body requires a lot to, your insulin spikes to be able to digest it. If you're not going without food for really long, again, you tend to get a drop in your sugar. So eat, regularly. That will keep
Yeah.
your insulin in this thing. And please exercise. I can't tell you the difference exercise makes to it. So simply by walking, can really help. But be regular with it. So these are the
Yeah.
few points I would like to say about diabetes.
Okay. I don't know what this means, but maybe you do, Maddie. Does sertraline affect weight loss?
Sorry, what is sertraline?
Sertraline, Sertaline. Does this make sense to you? Do you know what it is?
No, maybe they've got the spelling wrong.
Yeah. So
I,
whoever's written this, you can clarify yourself.
yeah.
Okay. Next. Nowadays, when we're not sure about the quality of vegetables, should we eat them in the raw form? Also, what about packed juices like Real and Tropicana?
Okay, so nowadays I do understand with the quality of vegetables. So please steam them, please grill them, please have them cooked form. That's really good. Uh, Packet juices, I'm totally against. I mean, you're just putting sugar water in your mouth. It's no point. It's really no point. Have the fruit instead, have the fiber instead. To make that one glass of juice, you're probably putting 5, 6 oranges. When you're having one orange or 2 oranges, you see the fullness that you're getting. So I'm totally against these packet juices. Please don't have them.
Okay. All right. Somebody very sweet. First of all, Mother's Day wishes to all of you. I'm from
Thank you.
South India. Thank you. Rice is the main course here. How many times can we have rice per day?
Uh,
I would love
I
for you
know.
to answer that. I also am a rice eater.
I am not at all against rice. I eat rice once a day. It's not a problem. But as I said, that it depends how you're having your carb. Now, if you're again having it like a sticky rice form, if you're not removing the starch, it's a big problem. But if you're having it like a steamed rice, if you're having like your poha, you're having your rice in other forms, rice doesn't have gluten. So it's fantastic, you know. So please go ahead and have it. It depends how you're cooking it. Please don't have it with all the starch. So
Okay.
I hope that helps.
Yeah. Um, how should we maintain the glycemic index throughout the day? Like, should it be low throughout the day for a normal healthy person, or is there an ideal?
Again, if you're having a slow release carb, if you're having a complex carb, and if you're eating regularly, then your glycemic index, I mean, it depends. Again, are you diabetic? Are you not? You know, there are a whole lot of combinations that depend on this. Glycemic index is mainly seen with diabetics. So I don't think with a
Yeah.
non-diabetic, it should
Yeah.
be a problem.
But this leads me to another interesting question, which I'm sure a lot of people have, is that what are the right intervals to be eating in?
Okay, so I believe in a 2 hourly eating. I believe that if you eat at one time, like a 600-700 calorie meal or 1,000 calories, the body can only digest so much. You know, the rest is stored away as fat. But
Right.
at the same time, if you're eating at small intervals, if you're having small meals, then at that point the body can digest so much. Now, there's something like a zero food, uh, 0 calorie thing, where if you're eating an apple, which is say 80 or 90 calories, your body will burn more to digest that. So, you know, you have to be smart in how you're eating and how you're planning your meals.
Right.
And you'll be fine. You know, you're eating regularly, your blood sugar won't spike, you won't be that irritable, you won't be that moody.
And you
And
won't starve, so then
yeah,
when the next meal comes, you just like
won't
jump
pounce
on.
on it. Yeah.
Right.
And also, what I always say, that if your body has not eaten for a certain amount of time, the minute it sees food and eat, your body will store it as fat, because it'll be like, oh
Right.
my God, I've never seen food. It's the same with water. With water retention, what people tend to do is, oh, I have water retention, I mustn't drink that much water. In fact, with water retention, you must drink a lot of water. So,
Right.
you know,
Right.
there's so many things which people don't get right, and they're doing wrong, and they're actually harming themselves.
Correct. Correct. Yes. Um, any food for osteoporosis?
Okay, so with osteoporosis, you need to have your calcium in check. You need to have your vitamin D3 in check, and you can have something for your joints. Again, I love collagen. It's fantastic. Collagen, glutathione. These are excellent for your joints. And yeah, osteoporosis, please have your calcium and vitamin D3.
So collagen is mainly you get it through supplements, right, Maddie?
In non-vegetarians, you get it through your bone broths, which is a big rage right now in the West. Collagen is basically the glue and the framework that holds your body up. Okay, so the minute you start having collagen, your hair, your skin, everything starts looking fantastic. Now, vegetarians cannot get it that much, so yes, please have it in the form of a supplement. Non-vegetarians, if you have your bone broths, you're having all these things, you can get it, and it's fantastic.
Right. Can we eat raw sprouts?
It depends again upon your digestion. It depends on your gut. If you're able to digest it, go ahead and have it. If you can't, please steam it and have it.
Okay. How do we improve D3 for bones with a diet?
With the diet, as I said, that you can have mushrooms and you can have egg yolk, but you know, there's not that much that you're going to be
Right.
able to have. So please, sunshine, sunlight, the God has given us so much of it. Please stand at your windows and get as much as you can of it. I know y'all can't get out with the
Yeah.
lockdown, so try and get your bit of
Just
sunshine.
stand at the window and see.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Absolutely. What is the right time to take supplements like calcium and vitamin C?
Okay, that's a fantastic question. Now, calcium you must have in the morning on an empty stomach, and all your supplements you must actually try and break it up and have it through the day. You know, now that we're at home and we're not going out, it's nothing like, you know, how earlier when you're working and getting out, you'd rather have all your supplements together at
Right,
breakfast
right.
and finish it so you don't forget. If you try and break it up, your absorption is better. With
Okay.
vitamin C, again, as I said, that it circulates in the bloodstream for very little time. So
Right.
try and have small doses of it.
Okay.
That's fantastic. And people who are smoking, they require higher level of vitamin C. So please increase your vitamin C. So instead of
Right.
1,000 mg, probably 2,000, 2,500 mg, have that. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's a lot.
that's a
Is
lot.
it okay to skip a meal and have salad? Does it help?
I would say, as I say, the buzzword protein, protein, protein. Very often people are saying that they're getting these cravings, they get hungry, all this. If you've not had a balanced meal, you've had something like a salad, within no time you're going to get hungry.
Of
So
course.
somebody also wrote about midnight cravings. If you've not had a good dinner, you've just had a salad, of course at night you're going to get hungry.
Obviously,
But if you
yeah.
eat properly at 7 o'clock, then you'll have a good amount in your stomach. And then at midnight, even if you're going to get hungry, you can probably just have a little bit something to eat. You won't be ravenous and starving. And I always say that eat when your metabolism is high. If you want to have something heavy, have it in the first half of the day. Have it when your activity is higher. If you're going to have it and then just go to sleep, how's your body going to burn it?
Yeah.
So
Yeah. But what about if you have a heavy meal at night, for example? Don't you think we can work it
yeah.
out the next day?
No, there's nothing like a carry forward balance. Whatever आज का खाता आज ही खत्म होता है.
आज का
So
खाता
आज
आज
का
खत्म.
हिसाब, yes, there's nothing like a carry forward. So please work it out today. I know that a lot of times when we're traveling and you go to a really nice restaurant and you've had this really nice Italian meal, walk back to your hotel. That's something that we would do. So you burn it off a little bit. Here, since you're not getting out and not having those things, please don't have heavy dinners. Try and be careful of what you're having. Like that thing, that the WhatsApp that's going around, that people should be wearing their mask right now inside, not because of COVID, but because they're not stuffing themselves mindlessly.
That's
So
it. That's it.
be mindful.
Yeah, this is always a challenge because dinner is when the family gathers around. Dinner is typically
Yes,
when you socialize. Dinner is the time for all of that. But unfortunately, it is the worst time for the body. So maybe we'll
yes.
have more lunches now.
Yeah, actually, but it's a good thing.
Yeah. Any good vegan supplement brand can you suggest? Because I'm not able to judge by the reviews on Amazon as I'm a vegan. So I think they mean protein, vegan protein brand.
Okay.
Uh,
So again, I would like to see the person and say these are not things which again I just recommend off the cuff and off the counter. I would
right.
like to talk to the person and then
Yeah.
recommend.
Okay. So guys, you can get onto the Thrive platform and chat with her, and she'll reply. I'm a freelancer and I don't have a fixed routine. How does that affect me? And throughout the day, what are budget friendly foods we can eat outside? That's a good question. Budget friendly foods to have
Okay.
outside.
Yeah. So, you can have your idli sambar. That's
Mm.
available everywhere, and that's very budget friendly. It's very light. Your idlis are steamed. Your sambar is excellent for you. Again, it depends whether you're vegetarian or non-vegetarian. Even if you're on a really quick go, you can even you can have a sandwich at the roadside stall. It purely depends on that. I don't know what kind of budgets you're talking, but if you're on a really quick thing, tell them to give you that sandwich. Don't put the butter, don't put the cheese, and have it. It's fine. Again, you can have it at a lot of these thali joints are there, which will give you a nice thali. And be careful of the oil and the gravies. If you can just stick with the dal and the rice and a little salad, be smart in what you're choosing. There are a lot of these budget friendly places like even Swati and Som. You can choose, you can be smart at what you're having. Like you can have a panki which is steamed. I know that does have a little oil. Ask them to reduce the oil in it.
Yeah.
But a South Indian place is fantastic. I know I have gone to Punjab, and while we were passing by the dhaba, and I wanted to have the paratha, and I said, please make me a paratha, usko fry mat karna. And it tasted just as good. It's just in our mind that we need to fry it, we need to put that makhan and that butter and all for it to taste good. It tasted fantastic. So
Right.
tell them, like even while we're at table and they're making those lovely zucchini noodles, I tell them, I said, please don't put that extra butter in it. I'm
Yeah.
happy to have the olive oil, but don't put the butter.
Correct.
So
Yeah. Good. Good. What is the reason for hair fall despite very healthy non-vegetarian diet? I'm actually doing collagen powder every day as well as my morning smoothies.
okay, so you'll have to check your hormones. That's one thing. I don't know whether it's a thyroid problem or any of those. So please do a good test and figure out. Two is that are you really stressed? Because cortisol is
Yeah.
your stress hormone, and the
Yeah.
minute it spikes in your bloodstream, it can do havoc to you. So you may be having a fantastic diet, but again, if your gut is also inflamed, if you have a leaky gut, you'll not be able to absorb all the things that you're having. So there are a whole host of factors which need to be considered. I'll need to sit with you and see your history to be able to figure that out.
How does one know, Maddie, if they have a leaky gut? How can you tell? Is there any like
Okay.
regular indicators?
Yes. So if you have gas, if you have bloating, if you have digestion issues, if you tend to have a lot of anxiety, if you have depression, if you've had a lot of antibiotics, because people fall in and they need to have the antibiotics. So the antibiotics, these are all things. If you're very stressed all the time, these are things that really inflame your gut.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah. Does a leaky gut also affect your skin?
it does, because your nutrients are not absorbed that much. So if your nutrients are not absorbed and if it doesn't let it work, then it's just going through the system. So
Right.
yeah.
Oh,
Simple thing affecting for the skin is that if you're not having enough water, because hydration is so important. Hydration is important for the hair, for the skin, for the digestion, for everything. So, it's a full holistic look, and people just ignore the poor water. You
yeah.
know? So,
Yeah, yeah, of course. Hydration is very important,
yeah, yeah,
especially in cities like Bombay and in countries like India where it does tend to get very, very hot.
yeah. And people
Yeah,
are thinking that they're indoors and they forget to have the water.
yeah.
So, please have water.
Is it okay to take peanut butter for women who suffer from PCOS and PCOD?
Again, peanut butter, I think, would be high in fat. So we need to sit at your entire diet and see that what kind of, why is it that you're choosing the peanut butter as a protein
Yeah,
source. But I would tend not to have peanut butter. It depends upon your age also. If you're younger, you're older. If you're older, I would say not to have. If you're younger, your metabolism is higher, please have
yeah,
it. But we
yeah,
need to sit with you. Yeah.
yeah. Is fasting in 7 days intervals okay? So I guess this means like a once a week fast, which a lot of people sometimes do for religious reasons also. Yeah.
Okay, so I am not very much for fasting. I believe it breaks your metabolism. I believe that you need to be eating at all times. I know that a lot of people do believe in intermittent fasting and it may be suiting them. But if it suits you, it's your lifestyle change that you have to make. I am a foodie. I need to eat at all times and I need my energy up. So I like to eat, but I'm smart at what I eat. So it depends. A 1 day thing, it's a shock to the body. If you're doing intermittent fasting, it's suiting you and it's going well for you, great. Go ahead.
Okay,
So,
okay, fine. That makes sense. When I'm working out to decrease my belly fat, which food should I avoid?
okay, so there's nothing like spot reduction. I wish there was, but there's nothing like I need to lose weight here, I need to lose weight there. There's nothing. When you gain weight, it depends. Certain people have a propensity to gain from a certain place, and that's where you will gain for. And when you start losing weight, it will go from the place where your body is used to and which has excess fat. So, of course, you have to eat foods which are less in fat. Of course, you have to combine a good, a balanced approach to it. And I think that should help.
Okay. What about steamed corn?
Okay, steamed corn, again, the corn has sugar. It depends whether you're on a fat loss diet, whether you're on a maintenance diet. It depends what your age is. It depends what your metabolic condition is, whether you have diabetes, whether you don't. So
Yeah,
it's a little
right.
fluid
But
answer.
generally speaking, for a healthy, regular age individual, like,
It's fine.
yeah,
It's
is it
fine.
is it
Yeah.
considered like a no go? I
No,
think.
no, not at all like that. Not at all.
Yeah.
Any naturally occurring food which is grown in nature is not bad for you. You know,
Yeah.
why people have packaged food and they're not thinking so much and they're thinking about the poor corn that is grown.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Can you please elaborate on that something in the night so we can take it if we're awake till late, feel hungry, and then sleep? What is a
Okay,
good midnight snack to have?
okay, so I would actually tell you to have a glass of milk because it has tryptophan in it and which will release your sleep hormones. It will help you relax and it'll help you sleep. So
Okay.
have milk. It's not very heavy also, and it's something easily available and doesn't require much to remove from the
Yeah,
refrigerator.
that's a good tip. Is it a big no-no to have the ready-made foods available at all the metro stations in Delhi?
Um, Packaged food is not something that I am very much for. But
Uh,
yes, if your lifestyle is that you don't get so much time, you're a busy working professional and you don't
yeah,
get that kind of thing. Yes, certain packaged foods you can have, but not the buttery and the sugary and not that variety, please.
right,
Not
right.
good for you.
Yeah. I need a fruit diet plan, details and benefits. I don't know if you should go on a fruit diet,
No,
Mary.
I
No.
no no. Again, we spoke about a balance. Whoever this person is, it's a balance between your proteins, carbs, vitamins, and minerals.
Yeah,
Your fruits are not going to give you the rest of the protein. It'll give you very little carbs. It'll give you more vitamins and minerals. You
right,
need to have a balance of everything. So
right. Correct. Okay, this is a good one, and towards the end, so it's a great one to answer. COVID immune boosting diet. What are the
Okay.
things we should be eating right
Okay,
now?
lovely. So
Yeah,
please have foods which are rich in vitamin C. So have your fruits which are rich in vitamin C, have your kiwis, have your lime, have your santra, mosambi, have foods rich in beta carotene, have your mango, have your papaya, have the all orange looking fruits. Those are fantastic. Have zinc. So zinc is available in your nuts and seeds. In pumpkin seeds, there are more zinc. If you can't get that, have it in a supplement form,
yeah,
and have omega 3, which is again fantastic for
right.
inflammation, very good right now. Have it
Yeah,
in your flaxseed form, and I think that should have.
that's a lot to have. My whole day will only go in eating if I have so much food.
But you know, if you're a foodie, it's fantastic. You'll enjoy
Yeah,
it. And
yeah.
again, if it's keeping your immunity up and keeping you fit
Why
and
not?
fighting, and you know what, beyond a certain age, Pinky, when you're in your 20s, you can get by with your skin. The minute you're aging, you are what you eat. If you're putting in junk here, this looks like junk. If you're putting in goodness here, this looks like goodness. This looks like goodness. So it has to come from within.
I
There's that
agree.
much makeup that you can use.
Absolutely, absolutely. It's going to melt off at some point.
Yeah.
Any tips for graying hair, food
Okay, so
wise?
yeah, so curry patta, you can have curry patta for graying hair, just have the leaves of it, and that's fantastic.
Hmm.
And yeah, I think protein, protein, protein.
To have it, not to apply it, right?
No, have it.
Okay.
Have it. Yeah.
I've I've heard some people even recommend applying it.
You can, but I believe that what you're eating here grows here. So,
Right. No,
you can't reverse
absolutely.
this. Yeah.
Okay. Any recommendations for a good multivitamin?
Okay, so have your regular multivites. Indian multivites are fantastic. I have traveled the world and picked up those really expensive, those Centrium and this and that. And I'm not saying it's bad, but
Right.
what I find with the regular Indian vitamin, it's fantastic. You can have a Bicozyme C Forte, you can have a Bico Zinc. They're all fantastic, and yeah,
Yeah.
because zinc is right now really good because it has your
Mhm.
zinc component to it, and zinc is extremely important to help fight off infections.
Yeah. Yeah. Is it fine to eat cooker made act to popcorn at night while watching a movie?
Okay, so if you're having the regular type and not the butter one, then it's fine to consume it. Yeah, better than having wafers and chips.
And ragi roti? What do you think about
Yeah.
ragi?
Yeah, so ragi roti is fantastic. Now, for a lot of people who have wheat intolerance, again,
Yeah.
that could lead to your gut inflammation and a
Yeah.
leaky gut. To have ragi, to have jawari, this was made in India, grown here. Please eat regionally, eat seasonally.
Yeah.
Go ahead, have your ragi roti, have your jawari roti, switch it
Yeah.
around at times.
Yeah. Great. So they're thanking you. I mean, somebody has put in their, weight and their age and stuff, guys. For something so specific, I would really get in touch with Maddie herself.
Yes.
Somebody's asking about coconut water. Can we take it daily?
Okay, so again, it depends
Or
on
and
you.
what is better, lemon water or coconut water? I like this question.
Yeah, so I
Uh,
would say to have lemon water because it's alkaline. It's very good for you. And acidic body tends to hold on to more fat, tends to hold on to more diseases. So definitely have the lemon water. The coconut water, though it has fantastic electrolytes, it depends that whether you're diabetic or not. It depends upon your utilization because it is sugar ultimately in the coconut water. So
mm,
it purely depends on you. If you're an athlete who exercises, if you go out a lot in the sun, then you can have it. So there are different times. Again, if you're fasting because of Ramzan, then please go ahead and have it. I understand that you need to have it at
right.
night. So the answer is really fluid. I
It's
don't know
very
what to answer
fluid.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is the right amount of water to be having in the day?
Okay, so at least have 2.5 to 3 liters of water. Really, really good for you. You can infuse it. You can put some lime. You can put some tulsi. You can put some see whatever you're getting right now, pudina, and have it. Have 1 liter like that. Have 1 liter with sabza seeds because it's really hot right now. This will cool
Yeah.
you and it'll be very good for you. For your
Right.
acidity, for your motions, for a whole lot of things.
Right. Right. Uh, how do we control this whole yo-yoing weight and even hypertension during lockdown?
Okay. So hypertension and yo-yoing weight, you need to not eat emotionally. You need to release your stress, because hypertension also happens with stress. Yes, it does happen with salt. That is with nutrition. But you need to control your stress with,
Right,
I think the yo-yoing with food definitely happens when you're stress eating, when
right,
you're emotionally eating. So
right.
first, recognize what you're eating and why you're eating it. Two is that if you can plan some healthy snacks in the morning, then you'll be fine. Like plan probably a hummus dip. I
Yeah.
have sweet potato fries, not the fried variety, of course. I
No,
bake it,
but
oven bake it,
yeah,
yeah, or air fry it and have it. So plan some healthy snacks in the morning. So at any time you're hungry, you reach out to that, and you don't reach out to something which is really not good for you. So
right.
that will help with the yo-yoing of weight. If you're having a balanced meal at all times, it does pay off. I say motivation is like having a bath. You got to have it daily,
Yeah.
you know.
Absolutely, Maddie. Absolutely. So, guys, a few last questions, and then we will end with some mm, ending gyan from Maddie. Any snack options for lactose intolerant people?
Any what options?
Snack options for lactose intolerance. Yeah,
Uh, yeah,
like she just
yeah.
said,
So
hummus. Yeah,
hummus, sweet potato fries, these are fantastic. You can have a fruit as a snack, you
right.
know. So have a fruit as a standalone meal. Don't have it with your food. So that is fantastic. Have some nuts and seeds. So
Yeah. What about little murmura and things like that, which are at
fantastic.
home? At
Yeah,
home,
fantastic.
like not.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah. Please go ahead and have that.
Yeah. How? What is a good way to detoxify the body?
Okay. So if you have your lemon water, if you have it first thing in the morning on waking up,
Yeah.
it's a gentle cleanse for your liver. So
Right.
that's really good to have. You can have things like aloe vera juice. That's also fantastic to have. Aloe vera juice in water. You can have your green teas. Again, that's really good to have. I have something like a noni juice, which is really good. Again, it's available at health food shops. You have it first thing in the morning on an empty stomach. But have it in small quantities, and have it initially. You'll need to check how it
It
suits
reacts
your
with it.
system. Yeah, you'll have to
Mm,
just check with that.
right.
And yeah, I think that should be good. Simple techniques.
Yeah. So, Maddie, to end, what do you say is like your one diet mantra or nutrition mantra, rather?
I can't say one. I believe that balance and moderation is the key.
Right.
So that's what I believe in life. That's what I believe in nutrition, which is why I say eat all kinds of food. Life should always be about a balance. It should not be about extremities. It should not be too much of something or too little of something. So I believe that balance is what I'm saying. And
Right.
balance is my mantra.
That's wonderful. Thank you so very much for answering so many questions and for being so insightful and sharing your knowledge so freely,
No,
Maddie.
not
It's
at
been
all. Not at
wonderful,
all.
wonderful to have you. And, people, for those of you who've heard her and really liked the knowledge she have, I can, really, really vouch that she has great knowledge and she has helped many, many hundreds of people lose a lot of weight. So, COVID is the time. And if you want to get onto the right diet plan, contact her and let's get you started on a wonderful diet plan.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me here, Pinky. And once again, I congratulate you and Thrive as a team. What you all have been doing for people in the pandemic, providing them meditations, providing them ways to balance their monkey mind is so important. And thank you, everybody, for being such a wonderful audience, for being so interactive and so much fun. I love answering all the questions. It just gives me a lot of joy. This is my
Yeah.
subject and I love it. So thank
Thank
you
you
all.
so much. Thank you. Someone is asking me how to get in touch. So maybe you can go on her Instagram and DM her also. But also you can get onto the Thrive platform and you can
Yeah,
chat
get on
with
the
her.
Thrive platform.
Yeah,
Get on the
you
Thrive
can.
platform. I'm registered there as a nutritionist, and
Yeah.
please go
Just
ahead
go
and
to
talk.
www.thrive.in, type Madhuri Sharma, and you can get in touch with her. Chat with her, even book a video call or whatever you would like to do, even a direct appointment as
Lovely.
well. Okay. Thank you,
Thank you.
Maddie.
Thank you.
Bye.
See you. Bye bye.
See
Bye
you
bye.
soon. Bye.